Yeah, that's his I'm pretending to be afraid thing.
He doesn't want to work. He likes to try to make you think he's afraid of things. He's not actually afraid of anything.
We took him on a
Pick
trail
him
ride.
by it and say, knock that off. He's like, okay.
Took him on a trail ride on 4th of July. We had a bunch of horses from here. And he's like cruising along on the buckle. Poor Taylor. I put Taylor on a horse that was going to, this is like usually the chilled tip. He was a turkey. The 3-year-old is like, this is great. He goes in the river. Like he just had a ball.
Well, that's good because I do like to take them to the beach or.
Oh, he would love that.
We went to Springwood with Carrie this year. That is a nice trot. So she does have a whip with him.
Yep, and spurs.
Yep, and spurs.
And spurs, okay.
Yeah, this one's not that sensitive.
Well, you know, I get that now. And is he doing first level?
He started
Schooling?
just a little kind of baby schooling up there.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw it. There's a video of him at one of the schooling shows doing the full training level tests.
I think I watched part of it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's basically how he is off property. He just kind of came off the trailer and said, here I am.
Did that.
He's pretty too.
He might be my new favorite.
I like him.
I make such great observations. Oh, they're pretty.
That one's pretty. My mom's going to kick herself when this one sells because this would be a horse for her to keep.
Well, does she show or she just... I should say just...
She works like crazy hours, so she would love nothing more than to ride, but she works like 80 hours a week.
Well, what does she do?
She's a property manager for a company that she manages all the T-Mobile properties, but it's a separate company that T-Mobile is hired to do it. And she's, even when she's here, she's on the computer, so she works just crazy hours. But I know she'd love to
Well, aren't you
ride.
lucky you get to be the
I know,
barn
it's rough,
manager,
right?
and she has to work 80 hours a week, hey.
I know, it's hard to complain. So, she loves the horses, and she used to show a lot, and then work just got really, really, really busy. But when work isn't so busy, I know she's going to be back in here wanting to ride. And
Well, does she do dressage, or
Yeah.
does she do hunter?
not dressage. And she's shown, 4th level and stuff before, and I mean, she's...
Dressage seems like an activity
That's his big spook.
And yes, was he getting wound up and going into a bigger trot, or was he actually doing a little lengthening, or that's just
I
him?
think just a little bigger trot.
Okay. But I mean, that it's in there.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh. It's like right there. You could just easily tap into it.
Well, and probably as a trainer, Nikki's as excited about my next horse, if not more. Gosh, I think she'll like this one.
You do. He's a neat guy. He's kind of one, some of them you're like anxious for him to sell and find their new home, and some of them you're like, if you want to hang out a little while and take a little while to sell, that's really
Right.
okay.
Does he have white on his legs?
Yes. On left hind only.
Hey, just like Leo, or was
If
Leo?
his white foot was his right front foot.
Well, I just know he had one.
Yeah, he had one.
It's got a little tiny tuft in front, but the left hind is the bigger sock.
The word evaded me when I was asking the question.
got this leopard spotted Appaloosa.
Was he the
that
one
he
that
does.
gave you the cookies for the dog?
Probably. That sounds like him.
Well, I usually have treats in my pockets because I take my dogs for a walk.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't have any treats.
And mine are little beggars, so.
Well, we brought him a couple of little biscuits for him.
It may have been Joe though.
Okay.
Joe's equally as bad as my father, and that's one of the boarders. And they hear his car driving, and even the cat will go out and greet him because he's got cat treats and dog treats and.
That's like Jan. She's got all the cats jumping on her truck.
Awesome! Yay! Excuse me. That poor Taylor was like, welcome home. Now get up and help me show horses. Hard of work.
Has anybody else looked at Valon?
A couple. There's a gal in Canada that's very interested in him, and her trainer is in Mexico, so she's waiting for the trainer to come back from Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Well, do you find that the economy is impacting your business?
Oh
or-
yeah. Yeah, we've got some really young kiddos for sale, and when the economy crashed, nothing under 3 was selling, and it still hasn't. I think it's that investment of having a nice horse, but then pasture and stuff before you can even ride that's hard.
I can say he's pretty again, can't I?
Mm-hmm. He's doing pretty things.
I haven't seen him in the saddle for a while.
Oh, you haven't?
No, he's looking good.
She has a half sister, same year,
Oh,
same
okay.
dad.
Do horses ever have twins?
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Yep.
I've never heard of it, but it just occurred to
They
me.
try to discourage it because usually one of the twins ends up being really sick or really, I mean, small is not a bad thing. Frequently one of the twins is quite small, but I've heard a lot of stories of the twin not making it and things like that. Just rip your heart out. So, like our vet, when we ultrasound to confirm that they're pregnant, if there's a twin, he'll try to pinch one of them off so that the other one has a higher probability of being, healthy and all of that.
Well, I just never heard of it, but I figured if you were in breeding horses, you'd be more
Uh-huh.
familiar with that.
Yeah, when he was born, we missed pinching off the twin. And so luckily for us, the twin didn't develop. But when she, because they passed the placenta after